the way the ashrams are catering to these needs? Is there, has the ashram itself undergone a transformation so that it is now providing a particular kind of service that perhaps it did differently before or did not do before? So, yeah, just those two.
I wanted to pick up on the question that Srivatsi was asking, and actually dovetails pretty well with what Maya had just asked. And this has to do with the notion of public health, which you raised at the beginning of the paper, but I'm not sure exactly how it's followed up later. I'm kind of wondering, how does the ashram engage public health? In the sense that, we're talking about the establishment of palliative care institutions. There are religious groups that have established hospitals that we know about. I mean, is there a particular kind of engagement with public health? And then how does that, again, sort of dovetail with this notion of having to cope with risk society? I'm actually also not really clear how you're using the notion of risk society. I mean, surely you're not saying that aging is a sort of modern risk that we're now recently facing, or has it become that in some sense? I guess that's the reason I'm asking about how exactly public health is engaged.
Yeah, speaking to the mic.
Yeah, Vinakshi, thank you for that paper. First, just a small comment about your fieldwork in France. I mean, is there that sense of closure, but also the hope for paradise, maybe? I mean, if given a Catholic context, I mean, presumably so. So I'm not sure that I agree with the closure. But my main question was, you use the categories pragati and liberty in framing your paper. And you don't actually, sort of discuss the categories anywhere in at least the text that you've read. So I'm just wondering whether what is the dynamic of involvement and withdrawal? Are you seeing it as being reformulated in the context of the Manav Seva Sangh, or are you seeing it, in terms of old age related care in general? So I wanted you to clarify that. Yeah, sure.
Okay, could we take one more question?
Yeah.
Two aspects of the similar question. One is that I'm a little perplexed with the juxtaposing of one old age home in France with Manav Seva Sangh, which should it be called old age home? Because the old age home which are available here in Delhi or anywhere else have a very particular connotations, and they are mushrooming. Quite many of the old age homes are coming up. And there are old age homes, types of old age homes, and the perspectives will change if you go to the government run old age homes or if you go for the paid old age homes. The perspectives will change, the characteristics of the people who live in those homes, that will change. So I'm not very clear that how are you going to, the categories that you are comparing with. Two is about, you have been talking about the growing old age populations. Firstly, that so far as I understand, the population of old age is growing definitely, but there is a marked difference between the transition of aging that is taking place in the Asian societies and in the Western societies. It's happening. It happened very gradually there, and things have, so the context must be taken care of. When the aging has been slow process in the West, they have coped with that. Many of things have been taken care of, whereas in the Indian societies things are happening very rapidly, fastly. But they are still not so fast. This is less than 10% of the growth rate so far as the older age are concerned. And not many things are concerned with that. The transition, the mass migration that is taking place from the villages. Now, when I was looking at this issue of migration from the villages and a general understanding about the migration, that the older people are left without any support back at home, this is not correct. There are two things happening simultaneously. One is that the younger population is more migrating from the villages, leaving the old age people to assume a very new kind of a role. I mean, they initially thought that their life is finished. Now younger people will take care of that. Now the older people are becoming more and more active because they have to take care of it. And the villages, quite many of them are marked with the presence of either elderlies or the children, who cannot be taken out for the education. The younger, the youth population has gone out to work out in the places, other places. On the other hand, there are examples where the elderlies are longing to be with their own people, and the longing process is very much there. And there is a socio-economic background that is involved in it. I was perplexed that you did not consider this issue of migration, which is changing the whole pattern of socio-economic pattern within Indian context that much. And related to the public health issue is that there are several initiatives that are being taken by the government, whether it is the geriatric care wards that are being allowed in the public health places, or it is the National Rural Health Mission, which is providing for specifically the geriatric care wards to be constructed in all the district hospitals and all that. Is it going to have any kind of impact on that? But all these questions are with some kind of a doubt in my mind, because whether this falls in your scope of work or not, but I thought that it should be flagged.
Let me begin with what Maya and Deepa had to say. Maya, you said that why these ashramites chose to be in ashram when they had other options. And the thing was about where does public health come in the care of the elderly in this context?
Not exactly. I mean, it's how does the ashram engage the issue of aging as a public health issue? How does the narrative of aging change as a result?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. Out of 150 inmates, like I told you, most of them were salaried, middle class, urbanized Indians. Two set of couples were non-resident Indians. I asked them what makes you choose to stay in campus like this. They had their pension schemes. They could have lived in Pune or Kanpur or Ghaziabad. The sense of community. Their children were working elsewhere. They were in some other part of the country.